I look greasy as hell, but I'm back. Cause it's raw and real. And fuck how you feel, cause it's raw and real. And fuck how you feel, yeah. Oh yeah, today's video is gonna be about you're allowed to have feelings. Like you can have feelings. Alright, so yes, what I mean by that is say you sad about something and then somebody be like, oh no, you shouldn't be like, don't be sad, you shouldn't feel that way. Bitch, why I can't feel that way? Huh? Like, why I can't feel that way? I understand not wanting somebody to be sad about something, you know what I mean? But everybody handles things differently. Everybody handles things differently. Everybody's affected by things differently. Like, let me be sad, you know what I'm saying? But my whole thing is, I do understand when people are like, all right, you can be sad, but let's not dwell on it, or let's like help make you feel better. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think I used to do that and be like, oh no, like don't be sad and da da da. But bro, people gonna feel how they feel about certain situations. Like it just is what it is. Just try to support that person the best way you can. Like however they need you to support them, whether they need you to get the hell away from them, like they need time to process, or you know they need a joke, they need you to make them laugh, or they want to go eat, or you know what I'm saying, like something like that. However they need you to support them. Me, like, I used to always feel like I had to talk to somebody about something. Now, sometimes I do feel like, hey, I need like some advice, or I need, you know, to get this off my chest. I need to know like I'm not tripping or something like that. All right, cool. Like, I used to feel like I needed to talk to somebody all the time, but now I just do voice audios and shit. I mean, I've been doing that for a minute, but I'm more prone to doing it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't always want to talk to someone about something, because sometimes, you know, people, like, I could be ranting about something and then I'll be good. Like, I don't need to necessarily get advice or whatever, you know, and I feel like my rants are pretty funny. Like, I'll be going off, you know, when I do decide to rant to somebody, but I don't know. I don't need nobody to be like, oh, you know, I don't really need that. Bitch, make me laugh. You know, but that just all ties into like how you need to be supported at that point in time. I feel like I'm jumping everywhere. Hold on. I feel like I don't stay too fucked up about shit for too long. You know what I mean? Like once I rant and get it off my chest, for the most part, I'd be pretty good. And if I still feel like I'm still not over it, I'll just do a voice audio, a voice memo, whatever, and just get that shit off my chest. Because, you know, some people go smoke, or some people, they cry, or some people, they need to, you know, they take a joyride, or they need to vent, or they need to rant, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes people just need you to listen to them. They don't need you to necessarily, like, give them advice. But like I said, with me, I feel like a lot of people, you know, most people that I do vent to, it's like, oh, like, she's really fucked up about this, and, you know, like, oh my gosh, I just fucked my eyebrow up. I'm so irritated. Y'all, yeah, I just be needing to get shit off my chest. I don't necessarily need somebody to give me advice all the time. But if you do want to give me advice, cool. But I don't know. That's why most of the time I just like do voice journals, voice audios, because I don't know. I just be needing to get that shit off my chest. You know what I'm saying? And then pray or whatever I have to do. I feel like most of the time people really don't put themselves in your shoes. They like, oh, well, I would have did this, or I would have did that, or why do you feel that way about that? Like, why do you even care? Bitch, because I do. The fuck? This is like how the fuck I'm processing it. You know, everybody don't care about the same thing. Some shit you may care about, I may not care about. Like, some shit that might get you upset, it might not upset me, and vice versa. I feel like in order to really get somebody advice, you gotta put yourself in their shoes. Most of the time, you don't even know all the ins and outs of the situation. You just have bits and pieces, you know what I mean? And then you have to make up whatever the fuck else you gotta make up in your head so it makes sense to you. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I don't really like explaining myself too much. And I also don't really... I need to hurry up. I'm trying to talk fast, but it's not working. I don't really like explaining myself to people, especially if I'm ranting about something, because, all right, I could be ranting about one thing. You know, that might have been like the straw that broke the camel's back. Whole time is a whole array of things that happened that led up to me just like having a breaking point or whatever the case may be. But people don't know that because I don't tell them everything. Because I'm just telling you about the straw that broke the camel's back. So you thinking I'm just like, you know, bitching about one little thing, or it might seem little to you, but that was really the straw that broke the camel's back for me. And it's been a whole bunch of other shit that I was dealing with, and that shit just set me over the edge. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, yes. What else? But yeah, you're entitled to how you feel. Like, and people say that shit a lot, but they don't really be meaning that shit. Like, yeah, you're entitled to how you feel, but bitch, you shouldn't be crying about that, or you need to tighten up, or, you know, fuck that. And, you know, like, bitch, okay, well, let me be sad for a little minute, then I can say fuck that. Like, let me get to that point first. You know what I'm saying? People just be insensitive. Probably not intentionally, but that's how it comes off. And then you got some people that's just like straight up assholes, like they just really don't give a fuck. And yeah, and also with friends or companions or whatever, associates, you gotta have, you know, you gotta categorize your friends. You know, everybody is not going to be able to resonate or relate to what you're talking about. Like certain, like I'm in school, right? I told y'all that. I can't talk to everybody about me going to school and, you know what I'm saying? Some people just don't care about that shit and they don't relate to it. So it just be like, all right, bitch, okay, whatever. You know what I mean? All right, like me sitting there talking to somebody that don't have depression or, you know, whatever the case may be, they're probably not, unless they try to put themselves in my shoes, they're not really going to understand, like, I guess the big deal or what I'm actually, you know, going through or experiencing, because they never went through that. You have people that try to understand, and then you got people that's just like, bitch, I don't want to understand. You're sitting here crying about something that doesn't fucking matter. You know, just shit like that. So make sure you categorize your friends or your acquaintances or whatever, because you cannot talk to everybody about everything. If I'm having a mental breakdown, I got about probably like 5 people I can talk to, roughly, about that shit. And then it depends on what you need at that particular point in time. I used to tell my ex, like, you giving me Martin Luther King, I need Malcolm X right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm mad, I might need you to, either I might need somebody to be mad with me, you know what I'm saying, to make sure I'm not tripping, or, you know, so we can just laugh it off, or I need somebody to calm me the fuck down. Like I said, it depends on what you need at that point in time. And you have to tell people, like, what you need at that point in time, because people can't read your mind. And then you got some people that will just throw that shit in your face. Like, you gotta watch out for them people, for real. If you talking to somebody and they basically like being short, or they making it seem like you're bothering them or something like that. Now, because I like to give people grace to a certain extent, they might be having some other issues going on, and you're, you know, coming to them with your issues or whatever, wanting to talk, and they probably just don't have the mental capacity to talk to you at that particular point in time. So that's where the grace comes in for me. Two, I most of the time be like, are you able to talk or something? Or like, I need a vent. Now, with me, the people I've been to, I know I can pretty much vent to them like whenever I want to. But some people, you gotta check their temperature. Yeah, because if you make it seem like I'm bothering you, I won't hit you up again. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, I'm very protective over my emotions, how I feel, and I'm entitled to how I feel. So if somebody is sitting there making it seem like how I feel is an issue or it's offending them, I won't talk to you. I don't care. Like, and I feel like a lot of people, oh my gosh, it's just like they try to diminish what you got going on. Like, it's really not that. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. Oh, hold on. If I'm asking for advice or whatever, most of the time, I already did all the self reflection or whatever the fucking case may be, and I'm looking for, like, I already done tried every which way. I already thought about every which way, so now that I could think of, so now I'm asking you for advice or whatever. But some people will talk to you like, oh, like, have you tried this, and you should have did this. Bitch, I already did that and I already tried that, so now what? What's new? What's new? You're not telling me nothing I don't know. Sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So somebody, the delivery, man. Because if you talking to me like I'm an idiot, or like, damn, I can't believe this bitch ain't think of that. Actually, I did. Thank you very much. Like, what? Like, people just gotta watch how they say certain stuff, because it can come off as insensitive, even if you're not trying to be. Like, I'm not the type of person to just sit there and wait for answers to fall out the sky and not try to do my own work, like, not try to solve the problem on my own first. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not that type of person. I don't like asking people for shit. I really don't like talking to people. So if I have to, you know, figure shit out on my own, you know, I feel like other people is like my last resort. Like, I don't want to have to talk to you unless I really, like, if I want to, or I really have to, like, I need to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? If we not just having like a regular conversation or something. Be considerate of like the person that you're venting to, because in all reality you might be like draining them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, all right, like I told y'all, did I tell y'all that just now? I don't know, but I used to always have to like be talking to somebody, like getting advice from somebody, like talking to somebody. Like, I couldn't just talk to my fucking self. Talk to myself on the little voice journal. Talk to God. I pray when I wake up, and then I pray at night before I go to bed. And then throughout the day, I just be like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Father, thank you. Like, I just do shit like that. So, yeah. Most of the time, he be answering me. But God speaks through, God speaks to man through man. So, I can't solve everything on my own. I might have to talk to a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When I was younger, I used to always feel like I needed to be talking to somebody. And then most of the time, I don't have like a whole bunch of friends and all of that shit. So I'm probably talking to like a handful of people. And I gotta make sure I space shit out. That's why I said, along with categorizing shit. You know what I'm saying? All right, I talked to this one friend. You know what I'm saying? Already. Now let me try to talk to somebody else. All right, let me paint the picture. I'm trying to really think about my old self. Like, I used to just talk to everybody about everything. That's not what the fuck you're supposed to do. That's like me asking a chef or trying to talk to a chef about mechanics and how to fix this on a car. That's just blanket. I'm not saying a chef can't have like any mechanic history or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying like that's not his specialty. So why would I be sitting there talking to him about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't ask a pastor about BDSM. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just wouldn't do that, because like, that, first off, it's disrespectful, and then two, it just don't make sense. That's not their realm. You know what I'm saying? Put people in categories to where it best makes sense to you. But yes, I used to talk to everybody about the same thing, thinking everybody could, I think I just need a really, back then I just needed validation, and now I really don't give a fuck. That's why I really don't ask people for advice too much, because at the end of the day, you give somebody advice, they're going to do what the fuck they want to do anyway. Well, I am. I can't speak for everybody else. I keep losing my train of thought. It's getting on my nerves.